Hello everyone, this is Shikha, your English teacher. Now it's time to move on towards a third chapter of a course book, Beehive. The name of the chapter is The Little Girl, written by Catherine Mansfield. So before we read, do you feel you know your parents better now than when you were much younger? Perhaps you now understand the reasons for some of their actions that used to upset you earlier. So it is a kind of mentality of every children that when we were very young, we remind the harsh behavior of our parents towards us sometime, and that made our parents a type of cruel figure towards us. But as we are growing, gradually we are going to understand the purpose behind that harsh behavior of our parents, that behavior is just because of so that we can grow a personality in a better manner, in a positive manner, and to just face the reality of the society of the life. This is a story about a little girl whose feelings for her father change from fear to understanding, will probably find an echo in every home. So this is the story about a little girl who is having a kind of fear towards her father, but gradually with the time and just because of an incident, she changes the mentality towards her father. And this type of mentality almost you can see in each and every home. An echo in every home means in each and every home, near my almost all the homes, all the children are having the kind of feeling towards their parents, towards, because they are not able to understand the reality behind the harsh behavior of the parents. But as they grow up, then they are able to understand the real purpose of that harsh behavior. So for the better explanation of the chapter, just find out the meaning of some new words from this chapter. Feared is called a person to be feared. Slip down means come down quietly. Unwillingly is called against one's wishes. Stuttered means to speak with pauses. Given it up, stopped doing it. Wretched is called unhappy. On the brink of suicide means about to commit suicide. Yawned means open mouth due to tiredness. Snoring is called making sound while asleep. Gravely is called seriously. Laboriously is called with a lot of effort. Wandered into means went into by chance. Scraps means unwanted small pieces of cloth or paper. Hue and cry is called angry protest. Instant is called right now. To and fro is called from side to side. Damned thing has come for showing anger on something. Fetch means bring. Clung is called hold on tightly. Sobbed means cry noisily. Tag means children's game. Nightmare is called a bad dream. Whispery means low sound. Butcher is a person whose trade is cutting and selling meat. Dreadful is called horrible. Tucked up means covered up nicely in bed. Snuggled means moved into a comfortable position close to another person. Stirred means move slightly. And sighed is called a long and deep breath. So we start a story, The Little Girl. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Feared means a person to be feared. So there is a person, a male figure and a little girl in this story. And that girl is having a kind of fear for that person and want him to be avoided. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss. to which she responded with a goodbye, father. So, this male person was a father of that little girl, and whenever before leaving the home, every day he comes to home of her little girl and gave her a casual kiss, and in return that girl said goodbye father. And oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of the carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. But there was a type of relief. Relief is called a type of relaxation. And after that, that little girl is having a glad sense. Glad sense means a happy feeling. She is having a happy feeling, and she became very relaxed when she heard the noise of the carriage. Carriage is a ride on which her father used to go every day from the house to his work. So, growing fainter and fainter. Fainter and fainter means reduced and more reduced, that can be heard very hardly. Okay. So, when her father leaves from the house in the carriage, she is feeling very happy as the sound is going. Reduced means her father is going far from her. In the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. And as in the evening, it's a time of evening, and every day her father comes back from the office and started speaking in the loud voice, and she would stand near the staircase listening to the loud voice to his father, to her father. Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my paper's out there, and bring me my slippers. Now, so many things he used to demand it every evening as he came back from the office. He wants his tree in the drawing room. Then he was the newspaper, and he just he tell his wife to bring the newspaper that can be lying down somewhere in the drawing room, and he asked for his slippers also. Kezia mother would call to her, if you're a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boot. Now, Kezia is the name of the little girl whose story we are studying. Her mother is calling her to come down and put off her father's boot. Slowly, the girl would slip down the stairs, more slowly, still across the hall, and pushed open the drawing room door. Now, the girl Kezia came down from the staircase. Slip down is called come down quietly. She is coming down very quietly, and after reaching the hall, she opened the drawing room door quietly. By that time, he had his spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. Um, Kezia's father used to wear spectacles, spec on his eyes, and he used to see Kezia over the spectacles, so it gave a very horrifying look to Kezia, and Kezia horrified with this action of her father. Well, Kezia, hurry up and put off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today? Now, Kezia's father is saying these words to Kezia to let put his shoes off and keep them outside of the door, and he is asking, are you a good girl today? Means, have you been a good girl for the whole day in the home? Don't know, father. Now, Kezia is having a kind of fear, and that can be seen every time whenever she talks to her father. So, she stammer every time when she speaks to her father. Stammer is called, she uses pauses while speaking, okay, towards her father, because she is always having a kind of fear from her father. So she is saying, don't know, means she doesn't know whether she had been a good girl or not. You don't know if you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Now, father is saying if you keep on stuttering like that, if you keep on using pauses while you are speaking, your mother is going to take you to doctor for checkup. She never stuttered with other people's, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. Now, stutter means to speak with pauses, and given it up is called stopped doing it. Means whenever Kezia speak to other person besides her father, she never stammer. She never use pauses while speaking. But she given it up is called stop doing it. Means what is stop doing it is stutter. Okay, whenever she used to speak to other person, she stopped doing uses of the pauses while speaking. But whenever she is there in front of her father and talking to him, she always stutter. She always uses pauses while speaking because she is having a fear from her father. That's why she is not able to use the words properly. What's the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught that this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kezia carry me teacup back to the table carefully. Now again, Kezia's father giving a type of lecture to Kezia. What's the matter? Why are you using pauses while you are speaking? What are you looking so wretched about? Wretched is called unhappy. Why are you looking so unhappy? Now father is addressing her mother, that mother, I'm telling you, don't teach this child to be appear like this. It seems that she is on the brink of suicide. It means it looks like she is about to commit the suicide. Means she, whenever I look at her, she always seems so unhappy to me. It is just looking like that she just want to commit suicide. So why this behavior? I don't like this behavior of Kezia. Here Kezia carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Now father is ordering Kezia to keep his teacup of the tea back to the place carefully. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth, when he yawned. Now this is the Kezia's feeling about her father, that he is having so big hands, so big neck, and especially his mouth when he yawned. Yawned is when you open your mouth to take deep breath because of the tiredness. So whenever he opened his mouth to take to yawning, then it seems that he is a kind of giant who is having very big hand, very big neck, and very big mouth. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. So this is the feeling of Kezia's about her father, that he is looking a giant for her, and he is thinking about whenever she is alone, she thinks that there is a giant living in her home with her. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. So Sunday during the holidays, during the afternoon, her grandmother, means there is one another character in this story, grandmother of Kezia, and she used to send Kezia downstairs in the drawing room where her father and mother used to sit to have a nice talk with them. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. So, after following the command of her grandmother, Kezia went down in the drawing room. But what is that? She found that her mother is was busy in reading newspaper, and her father was stretching his body on the sofa, lying down on the sofa, and was sleeping with a loud sound. Snoring is the sound made by the people while they are asleep. So this is a kind of environment. There is a handkerchief on the face of father. She would take a nice and very soft cushion at the back of his head, and lying down stretchly comfortably on the sofa, and with the loud sound he used to asleep on the sofa. So her grandmother sent her to had a nice talk with father and mother, but this used to be the scene every day in the Sunday afternoon, because mother is busy in her work and father is busy in sleeping. Now there is nobody she can talk with. The little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa. So in this picture, the scene is depicted that Kezia is standing on the edge of the staircase waiting that somebody is going to have a nice talk with her, but everybody, means her parents, is busy doing their own work. Mother is busy in reading the newspaper and father is sleeping on the sofa by taking the handkerchief on his face. She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke and stretched, and asked the time, then looked at her. Now, see how gravely, how seriously she is following the command of her grandmother. She is really a nice girl, a very good girl. She sat on a stool and gravely is called seriously, watched on her towards her parents, that when her father is going to woke up, then after waking up, he is having a nice talk with Kezia, and then she is just watching towards her parents. Don't stare so, Kezia, you look like a little brown owl. Now her father woke up, and now he was saying to Kezia that don't stare at me like this, because she was continuously staring at her father. So her father said, don't stare me just like this, you are just looking like a little brown owl, because owl is owl the example of owl has been given here, because owl is a kind of word. It used to be looking at one thing continuously without blinking his eyes. So that's why her father was comparing Kezia to a brown owl. One day, when she was kept indoor with a cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week. Now, this is the incident about a day when Kezia is having a cough. She is not well. She was in her room, and her grandmother came to her and tell that your father's birthday about to come. Means her father's birthday is on next week, and suggested she should make him a pin cushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of the yellow silk. Now, Kezia's grandmother showed a yellow silk, a fabric, a cloth of yellow silk. Silk is a type of cloth that is very shiny and very soft to touch. So, she gave Kezia a yellow silk, a piece of yellow silk, and told her to make a pin cushion as a gift for her father on his birthday. Laboriously, with the double cotton, the little girl stitched three sides, but what to fill it with? So that girl has taken that yellow color silk cloth, and laboriously means with lots of effort, and she stitched that cloth from three sides with the cotton thread. But now she was thinking how to fill this pin cushion, means what she has to fill inside in this cushion. That was a question towards her. The grandmother was out in the garden, and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for the scraps. Scraps means the unwanted small pieces of the cloths or the papers that is not needed by anyone. Okay, so the grandmother was not there in the home, so she cannot ask her. So she straight went towards her mother bedroom, and she just started finding something so that she can fill the cushion, pin cushion she has stitched. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper, gathered them up, tore them up into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. Then on the bed table, on the side table of the bed, discovered is called found. she found that there were some fine papers, the sheets of fine papers were there. So she gathered them, it's called collected them, tore them up in the tiny pieces, tear them up in the small pieces, and then stuffed is called fill in the pin cushion. And then again she sewed up the fourth side with the cotton thread. She never stuttered with other people's, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. Now, stutter means to speak with pauses, and given it up is called stopped doing it. Means whenever Kezia speak to other person besides her father, she never stammer. She never use pauses while speaking. But she given it up is called stop doing it. Means what is stop doing it is stutter. Okay, whenever she used to speak to other person, she stopped doing uses of the pauses while speaking. But whenever she is there in front of her father and talking to him, she always stutter. She always uses pauses while speaking because she is having a fear from her father. That's why she is not able to use the words properly. What's the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught that this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kezia carry me teacup back to the table carefully. Now again, Kezia's father giving a type of lecture to Kezia. What's the matter? Why are you using pauses while you are speaking? What are you looking so wretched about? Wretched is called unhappy. Why are you looking so unhappy? Now father is addressing her mother, that mother, I'm telling you, don't teach this child to be appear like this. It seems that she is on the brink of suicide. It means it looks like she is about to commit the suicide. Means and she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro, hands behind his back. Dragged means she was bringing with force down towards the stairs where her father was pacing, is called going to and fro, side to side, and his hands was towards his back, and he was looking very angry. Well, he said sharply. In a loud voice, her father said, well, mother explained everything. Now, Kezia's mother told everything to her father. He stopped and stared at the child. Did you do that? Now, the father is addressing Kezia, directed Kezia, looking with his fearful eyes, and saying to her, did you do that? No, 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 she whispered. Whispered is called in a low sound, a fearful sound. Again, Kezia is having a fear with her father, and she was speaking, no. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damned thing. See that the child's put to bed this instant. Now, damned thing is called showing anger on something. Okay, damned is called when you are very much angry and you are showing your anger on something. So, now her father was saying to her mother that just go to her room, bring that thing. She has tiny the pieces, she had made that pieces into small tiny pieces and filled in that cushion. Go and bring that pin cushion and take this child and take her towards to her bed in her bedroom this instant. Means right now. I don't want to see her anymore. Too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Now she was sent to her bedroom. The room was dark, there is no light, but the light from outside was coming to her room, that was making a shadow and on the floor of her room, and that light was creating a type of pattern on the floor, but those patterns was looking so sad to Kezia that Kezia is crying too much. She was very sad. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hand. At the very moment the father entered her room, there was a ruler in his hand. I'm going to beat you for this, he said. Now he said to Kezia that he is now going to beat her. Oh, no, no, she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. Kezia is having so much fear that she screamed. Screamed is called cry in a loud voice. Oh, no, no, father, please don't beat me. And she hides her face under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. Now father came and keep all the bed covers aside. Sit up, he ordered. Now father gave the order to sit her up and hold out your hands. Father told her to take out both of her hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belongs to you. Now father was saying it is very required that you should taught that without asking to anyone you should not touch anything that is not belonging to you. Belonging to you is called that is not the thing that you are responsible for. That is not your thing. Okay. So before anybody's thing you are going to touch or take, you should ask him or her. So this thing you must be taught. But it was for your birthday. Down came the ruler on her little pink palm. But now the Kezia is giving the clarification, but that I have made for your birthday. Again, she started stammer before her father, but here father did not listen to her, and he beats her on her little pink palms. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. And after so much time, the grandmother came to her room and take that child in her arm and covered Kezia in her shawl and sit on a rocking chair. And that child was having so much fear with her father that as the grandmother came and took her in her arms, she clung to her soft body. Clung is called hold on tightly. She hold very tightly to her the soft body of her grandmother. What did God make fathers for? She sobbed. Sobbed is called crying noisily with the pauses again and again. Okay, so she was crying. She was having so sadness in her heart that she expressed why the fathers are there, why God made them. Here's a clean hanky, darling, blow your nose. Now her grandmother gave her a hanky and told her to blow her nose, because when anybody cry or sob too much again and again, cry with the stoppage with pauses, so the means there is a type of liquid started coming out from the nose. So to wipe that liquid from the nose, grandmother gave her a hanky and told her to blow her nose. Go to sleep, pet, you will forget all about it in the morning. Now grandmother was saying you go to sleep, doesn't matter, when you wake up in the morning you will forget all the things. I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. Now grandmother was saying that she tried to had a talk with the father, but he was very upset. But the child never forgot. But Kezia never forgot the thing means her father beaten up her. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. Now, whenever she faces her father, then at the very moment she hides her both hands at towards her back, and her cheeks became red because of the fear. Okay. The McDonald's lives next door. They had 5 children. Now, here it is talking about the neighbors of Kezia. So, there is a person named McDonald's. Their family lives next door to the Kezia's home, and the total number of the children in that house is 5. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girls saw them playing tag in the evening. Now, fence is a kind of boundary made of wood that is constructed on the out edge of the garden area, on the side of the garden area or the backside area of the house, to make a boundary. So there was a hole in that wooden fence, and through that hole Kezia was looking them. They were playing a game, tag. Tag is a type of children's game. So in the evening time they all were playing this game. The father with the baby Mao on his shoulders, two little girls hanging onto his coat pockets, ran round and round the flower beds. So the youngest child, named Mao, was sitting on the shoulder of his father, and two other little girls were holding the coat pockets of her father, and they were going round and round through the flower beds of the garden, shaking with laughter. Everybody was so happy that they all were moving with the laughter. Once she saw the boys turn the hose on him. Now two other boys were there who were playing with the hose. Hose means the water pipe. They were playing with that, and that water pipe, the boys faced towards his father, and he tried to catch them, laughing all the time. And father was so happy. He was not getting angry with the movement, with the actions of the girl as well as the boys, that almost he was laughing all the time, and he was enjoying playing with all his children. Then it was she decided that there were different sorts of father. After seeing this playing action of Mr. McDonald's with her children, then Kezia thought that there means all the fathers are not of the same kind. There are different kind of father. They used to play with the children, they used to laugh with the children. They are not going to feel every time a type of angry look towards their children. The little girl saw through a gap the McDonald's playing tag in the evening. So you can see in this picture, Kezia is looking through a hole in the fence that Mr. McDonald was so happy playing with all his five children. One of the children is sitting on his shoulder, two other girls are holding his coat pocket and hanging round and round, and two other boys were also busy and feeling so happy playing with his father. And she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro, hands behind his back. Dragged means she was bringing with force down towards the stairs where her father was pacing, is called going to and fro, side to side, and his hands was towards his back, and he was looking very angry. Well, he said sharply. In a loud voice, her father said, well, mother explained everything. Now, Kezia's mother told everything to her father. He stopped and stared at the child. Did you do that? Now, the father is addressing Kezia, directed Kezia, looking with his fearful eyes, and saying to her, did you do that? No, 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 she whispered. Whispered is called in a low sound, a fearful sound. Again, Kezia is having a fear with her father, and she was speaking, no. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damned thing. See that the child. What will I do if I have a nightmare? She asked. Now, nightmare means bad dream. Now, she is asking to Alice, what would I do if I am going to see a bad dream? I often have nightmares, and then Granny takes me into her bed. I can't stay in the dark, it all gets whispery. Now, she's explaining her fear whenever she sees a kind of bad dream. Grandmother comes every time and takes her to her bed, and she cannot stay in the dark because at night there is everywhere dark, so she cannot stay in the dark. It is look like that somebody is whispering. Whispering is called low sounds, means somebody's low sounds are coming in her bad dreams. You just go to sleep, child, said Alice, pulling off her socks, and don't you scream and wake your poor pa. Now, Alice is saying to her, please go to sleep, Kezia, and pulling her socks out of the foots, and
tell her, please don't scream, means don't cry loudly, so that your father, poor Pa is called the tired father. Your father is very much tired, so please don't make loud sound, loud cry, so that your father can wake up. The same old nightmare came. But when she tried to sleep, again the bad dream came. And what was the dream? The butcher with a knife and a rope who came nearer and nearer. Now there is a butcher in her bad dream. Now butcher is a person who is having a shop, a meat shop, and that person used to chop the meat and sell the meat. Okay, so she is seeing a bad butcher in her dream who is having a knife and a rope in his hand, and he was coming very close, smiling that dreadful smile. Now, dreadful is called horrible. Now, he was smiling horribly towards Kezia while she could not move, could not stand still, crying out. Now, she was so afraid that she cannot move at all. She was laying down, stand still without any movement. She was crying a lot. Grandma, grandma. She woke up shivering to see father beside her bed, a candle in his hand. What's the matter? He said. Now, Kezia, after seeing this bad dream, Kezia started screaming very loudly and started calling her grandmother, grandma, grandma. There was a fear in her voice. By listening to the voice, she woke shivering, means she was shivering with the fear. Her body, her total body was moving with the fear. Now father besides her bed, means there was father who is having a candle in his hand, and he came to her bedroom and he said, what's the matter, means what happened? A butcher, a knife, I want granny. Now, Kezia was speaking all these words in her nap, that there was a butcher, he's having a knife, I want my granny, I want to go my granny. He blew out the candle, bent down, and caught up the child in his arm. Now, father blew off the candle. Now, there was no light of the candle, bent down towards Kezia's bed, and took her up in his arms, carrying her along the passage to the big bedroom. Now he carried the child and came to the passage towards another room that was a very big bedroom. A newspaper was on the bed. He put away the paper, then carefully tucked up the child. Now there was a newspaper lying down on the bed. Father carefully take the newspaper and keep those newspaper aside and tucked up the child. Tucked up is called covered up nicely in the bed with the bed cover. And she laid down Kezia on the bed and covered her with the bed cover. Then he lay down beside her. Now father lay down beside Kezia, half asleep, still with the butcher's smile all about her, it seemed. Kezia was not sleeping quietly, Kezia was not in her full sleep. She was still awaking a little, and she was still in the bad dream, means in the bad dream she can still see the horrible smile of the butcher who was coming closer to her. She crept close to him. Crept is called drag, means by moving she crept close towards her father, snuggled her head under his arm, held tightly to his shirt. Now, snuggled is called move into a comfortable position close to the other person. Now, there is no other person besides her father, so she bring her head very close to her father, under the arm of his father, and hold her father t-shirts very tightly. Then the dark did not matter, she lay still. Now she is having someone with her, no, so she was not having a fear of the dark, and she slept. Here, rub your feet against my legs and get them warm, the father said. Now there was a cold weather, and Kezia's feet was getting colder, so her father said that please rub your feet to my feet, then it will become warm and you will feel better. Tired out, he slept before the little girl. The father was too tired that after bringing Kezia to next bedroom, he also slept beside her. A funny feeling came over her. Now see, Kezia is still not sleeping. She is waking, and a type of funny feeling was coming to her heart. Poor father, not so big after all, and with no one to look after him. Now she is having a kind of feeling towards her father, and she was regarding him as a poor man because nobody was there for taking care of him at home that time, and he was not at all so big as he used to think about him. He was harder than grandmother. Means Kezia was clung to the body of father, and the body of father seems harder than the body of grandmother, but it was a nice hardness. But Kezia was loving this hardness, and every day he had to work and was too tired to be a Mr. McDonald. Now Kezia was thinking about Mr. McDonald and his father, that his father has to work a lot every day in the office, and because of that hard work he became too tired, but now he is becoming like Mr. McDonald. Why she was thinking about Mr. McDonald this time? Because she was concerning Mr. McDonald as a happy and cheerful father towards his children. She had torn up all his beautiful writing. She stood suddenly and sighed. Now she was thinking about her previous mistake, that how the fine sheet of the papers, the fine writing of her father, she torn them up into small pieces and made them a mass. Now because of this thinking, she stirred suddenly. Now stirred is called move lightly, means she was sleeping, but because of this thought, because of realizing her mistake, her previous mistake, she moved a little and sighed. Sighed is called when anybody is taking a very long deep breath. Okay, so she was taking a long deep breath because of sadness. What's the matter? Asked her father. Another dream? Now, when she moved, her father woke up and asked her what happened. Did you see another bad dream? Oh, said the little girl, my head's on your heart. Now the little girl was saying, no, father, I'm having my head on your heart. I can hear it going. Means she was able to listen to the heartbeat of her father. What a big heart you have got, father dear. Now she is having a type of affection towards her father, and she wants to show her affection to her father, and she is saying to her father that, father, you are having so big heart. I love it, and you are very dear to me, my father. So this was a very sweet story about a little sweet girl, Kezia. I hope you all understood this story and like this story. So that's it for now. We'll meet again.